people, it's your boy Klaus P. Welcome back to another episode of the SeasonsPod. Once again, back in Sequoia with two of my favourite people.
Liam.
And Sancho.
No, I think you lot said the wrong seats. Yeah.
What's he doing? I don't know what he's doing.
When I sing it without context, you're gonna think of a madman.
Yeah, basically, if you can see tears in my eyes, it's because we did something so ridiculous before beginning to record, yeah? I swear to you, I'm not crying because of Chelsea's performances the last
You should
weekend.
panic when we're doing a mad fun.
I'm also extremely lightheaded. I can't even speak. This is actually a shambles, but I'm also extremely lightheaded because of the shisha provided by Sequoia Lounge.
It's good stuff. It's good
And
stuff.
of course, AMG. And of course, Sequoia Lounge being our sponsor. Once again, big shout outs to them. Best in the game. Obviously provided us with this amazing spot. Provided us with some wicked pre-game shisha that's literally got me a bit.
Yeah,
so
I'm supposed to. They're not up with the game.
But it's put me in a better mood. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Obviously, being a Chelsea fan, we're recording this Tuesday evening, so obviously these round of Champions League games have played and Chelsea have played. So we'll get on to that, and that bloody shisha has definitely put me in a better mood. But before we obviously start talking about football, how you lot feeling? You look good.
Yeah,
How's your week been since the last pod?
It's alright, busy, working away, as well as watching lots of football. I think playing
Too much FIFA. Too much FIFA.
I haven't been playing FIFA. I've actually got myself into the Harry Potter franchise. I've been watching the movies.
Oh,
I'm
really?
on 2 out of 8, and it's good. Like,
Have you not watched them?
I used to watch them on TV, but like every night, like I wouldn't watch like the full movie or like I think some parts of the movie part of another movie, and like. But this time it's the first time watching it in a row, and it's good. I like it. Shout out Harry Potter.
And that is Seasons Films podcast done and dusted. See you next week. No, it's wicked though. I used to love Harry Potter growing up. You know, like I've never celebrated Halloween and that, but I said when I was young growing up, I said if I ever did go trick or treating, I'd want to dress up as Harry.
Really?
Yeah, just put a little scar on your head, glasses would have been
I'd
lit.
be one of those fat kids that he knocked out.
What were they called? Do you remember?
I don't know, but I can't remember. There was that one fat tall one.
Yeah. No, bro, that's Harry's brethren, bro.
That's Ron Weasley.
No, that's his brethren as well. But that's his close brethren.
Oh no! Oh, you talk about what's his name? Neville Longbottom. That's who you talk about.
Yeah. Neville Longbottom. A wicked franchise though. But did you watch Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
You know, strike me as a Harry Potter type.
When I was a kid, I would get tapped. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, fair enough. But like I said, Season Films podcast is officially done. We are here to talk football. The intro was a bit mad, didn't it? Like our intros for the past 2 weeks have been a bit mad, but this is the pleasure and the beauty of it all. But talking about intros, we're going to talk about last week's outro for our intro, and we're going to talk about our FPL predictions.
Yeah.
Do you not remember who you lot said to bring in?
I said about 20 people, I think.
Alright, do you remember who roughly you said this is the one guy you should have in your team?
I can't remember.
I think so.
Well, I remember mine, and this is kind of the reason why this is the...
I remember what the scout said, and the scout was right.
Well, then that was my prediction. I said bring in Harry Kane, and bring in Harry Kane, captain Harry Kane, and I'll let you know exactly how many points he did get, just in case you didn't think we were credible enough. Harry Kane got me 32 points as captain. I also said that Timo Werner would bag. Timo Werner bagged 2, and that would have brought you a points return of 16. So we'll do another one at the end of this podcast. We'll talk about who we think we should bring in, etc. But as of right now, if there was a tally, I'd be shitting on both of you.
Yeah. I'm close to quitting already.
I'm actually top of the Seasons FC League. However,
That's only because I've never done my team.
Oh, okay.
You should check the chat more. I warned you to take De Bruyne out of your team as well. I gave everyone a fair heads up.
No, he did. I don't even think you touched your team, period.
I didn't touch it at all.
You had a couple of reds in your lineup.
Yeah.
I got rid of De Bruyne for Hammers, but it wasn't active till this coming game week coming up.
I got 51 points still.
Not bad.
I got 18 from Emiliano Martinez. What?
This
is the first time I checked my team.
Your captain didn't play then. Who's your captain?
Oh my god, yes, you're right.
De Bruyne would have been your captain, no?
Yeah.
I got 9 points.
Oh my god. Hey, Emiliano, come back to Arsenal, please.
You gave me 9 points. Perfect.
I told you not to leave. Come back.
Better than no.
I wouldn't say better. But like I said, he deserved to start the season with how he ended last season.
Do you think, as a topic, not even as a topic, as a whole podcast, we should have a podcast talking about the best 10 Premier League goalkeepers? We all go home and create a list of the best 10 goalkeepers and we just hash it out.
I'm down for that, yeah.
And in fact, you know what? Not just goalkeepers, we'll do goalkeepers.
Then centre backs. Then full
you actually want
to... Week by week.
Yeah, week by week. That'll be sick. We'll do like a proper... Maybe, alright, cool. If it's... We'll see. We'll have to see how it goes, innit? Because if it's like only a topic's worth, it'll say a topic's worth. But I doubt that'll ever be the case. Because you might say Emiliano Martinez is the best goalkeeper and you might say Kepa.
No, I definitely won't say Kepa.
But yeah, that'll be lit. We'll depending on how weak football is next week or etc. We'll kind of fit in, or if there's another international break in that, we'll do that. That'll be sick. But obviously we were fortunate enough to have the Premier League back. So thank God to that. Although there was a lot of draws, and we did experience our first 0-0 of the season.
Yeah.
West Brom Burnley. So we're not gonna talk about that game.
I'm not surprised though.
So yeah, no. But to be fair, bro, I think it was even. I don't even know if that was the worst game of all of them. Well, you had Villa Leicester was a 1-0, and Wolves Leeds was a 1-0 as well. So,
starting to slow down the goals.
Yeah, it is starting to slow down. Hopefully it doesn't stay that way, because the way the Prem started, if that carried on even up until Christmas, that'd make for a very, very entertaining Premier League campaign, because it is so unpredictable at the moment as well. Especially, alright, we might as well go straight into the Everton-Liverpool game. Obviously 2-2, Calvert-Lewin on the score sheet again.
I regret taking him on my team.
He's
I can still buy him. I've got Vardy. I could take it.
That'd be easy straight swap though, isn't it?
Easy. I've already got 3.9 million for taking out De Bruyne for James. If I take Vardy out for Calvert-Lewin, I've got like 5 million spare.
Yeah, that's the easy swap. But also Mane, you took Mane out as well. But that was prior to
COVID. Because of COVID.
Because of COVID. But Mane was on the score sheet. Michael Keane from a James Rodriguez corner. Salah also bagging, so 2 of Liverpool's 3 main men on the score sheet. Obviously Calvert-Lewin scored on the 81st minute. Richarlison red card.
That was a funny red card. As bad as the challenge was, half a second before, not even a second, maybe 2 seconds before you heard the whistle, and he thought, no, fuck it, I'm gonna break Thiago's neck. He still went in for that challenge.
Yeah. So deserved red card though.
Deserved red card.
Horrible challenge. In talking about horrible challenges, it's only right we talk about Pickford's challenge on Van Dijk. Yep. Obviously a massive uproar, especially on like Evertonian end, because a lot of people believe Pickford should have been given the red. However, he wasn't given the red because play was stopped due to the offside. And because Pickford didn't go into that challenge maliciously, I'm pretty certain he didn't go in there to hurt Van Dijk.
Yes. He only had eyes for the ball kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was a 50-50.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's so bad that obviously Virgil van Dijk's out as long as he has. It's a bad challenge. But it's not like Pickford looked at Van Dijk and said, I'm going to...
Yeah, 100%.
He went. It's a goalkeeper's instinct to spread himself.
Definitely. It was a horrible challenge. I'm hearing Van Dijk's out for a very, very long time.
7 months.
Yeah, I think it was 7 to 8 months. Like Klopp he kind of made light of a sad situation. He was like, we'll wait for Van Dijk like a good wife when his husband goes to jail, which is only right. However, wait, you lot are all in agreement that, is that even a word, agreement? In agreement that Pickford was right in not getting a red card because considering the situation.
Here's how I look at it. It's weird because it's at the point in time it's up to the VAR and up to the referee. If the referee and the VAR see to it that they don't think it's a red card, you can't argue. It's the same way the referee and VAR pulled back the Brighton game for Bruno Fernandes' late penalty after the whistle gone.
Yeah.
Referee's final decision stands, which is why I get it. Liverpool fans calling for Pickford to be banned after the game doesn't make any sense, because the referee already saw that it wasn't a red card because of offside. It's a referee decision. Point back period. Like, I was seeing a lot of conversation on Twitter when Noah had this uproar when Eduardo got his leg broken for Arsenal. In fact, Arsenal called soft because of it, because they complained. Same thing happened to Ramsey when he went to Stoke and he got his leg broken. It's just because, for some reason, it's weird because Liverpool fans, I get it. I get why they're mad. I get their star defender. Especially when you're supposed to be challenging on all fronts.
Exactly, that's exactly it.
Alisson's already gone now. Your Rock at the back is also now out for a long time, and it was from a red-blooded challenge, like a hot-headed challenge. I understand it. However, to call for Pickford to be banned is also it doesn't make any sense because the referee felt fit, like he saw that decision and said no, it's not a red card. Like, and on top of that, if you look at it in real time, he only had eyes for the ball kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
It would have definitely been a penalty if he was onside.
Yeah.
It would have been a red card. It's a goal scoring opportunity. It's as simple as that. But because it wasn't, you can't get mad. It's unfortunate he got injured. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, definitely.
Can I be honest?
Yeah, no, to your
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So I've actually got it up here. If you want to see a
live. Yeah, live reaction from him.
Really quick.
Cross comes in. Eesh. I've got to see a replay.
For when I first saw
oh my goodness.
Yeah. It's a mad thing. Like the challenge was a mad thing. But but there's no way Pickford did that intentionally, bro. Like he didn't do that to hurt Van Dijk. He tried to get the ball.
From what I can see, eyes were on the ball. Head like fake. He was looking at.
Bro, he was preying the ball the whole time. There's no doubt.
When I was watching, I was like, oh, that's a penalty. But then when I heard VAR was going to check for a possible offside, I said that's the right protocol.
Yeah.
It's offside. Okay. Unfortunately, he's got injured.
Yeah.
Because if he came up unscathed, offside, everyone, no one would care, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's just because you're injured. I get it. Like, it makes sense. Why they did that.
I don't know what to say. You know, I think it could.
It is a penalty. It's a foul.
I think
foul.
it could still be a red though. I'll be honest.
No, but remember, red card. You get a red card, isn't it? Through like malicious, like you get red carded if you. If you actually intend to hurt the opposition player.
Should I tell you what the difference is between that and Richarlison? Richarlison, the whistle went. Like the offside rule is referees don't, like the linesmen don't flag or whatever until the play is fully done. So they play to the whistle. That happened and they saw on VAR that Van Dijk was offside. That's the difference. So
that's mad.
Yeah, it's a mad situation. But talking about VAR, Hendo scored really late on in that game.
I couldn't see the offside. For me, like, either that or they're insulting Sadio Mane's head. I don't know, because it doesn't make... For me, I would, as a Liverpool fan, I sympathise with you so much.
No, it was a mad thing. Decision was crazy.
If it happened to me, I would have lost my head, because that couldn't have been offside, in my opinion. It's ridiculous.
No, the decision was crazy. How they called it offside, I don't understand. Obviously, Liverpool tried to contest to the FA to obviously overrule it. They were never going to do that. Shouldn't have been offside, but like I don't. We're not going to make VAR a topic for today. I don't want to talk VAR. I don't want to talk VAR. It seems to be what everyone talks about every day, every week.
I think that took the limelight away from what was a great
100%.
It was a derby.
100%.
You know what I mean? Tackles flying end to end. Ancelotti, Klopp. It was everything we wanted in the 2 weeks. Like when we were gone from international break, is what we were looking for.
So after that game, would you not say that Everton still probably is the most? Well,
they're better than Chelsea, man.
Apart from Villa, they're probably still the most informed team. Or, you know what I mean? They're playing probably some of the better football in the Prem.
Well, to be fair, they've got probably, I'd say, top 3 managers out of top 6.
Yeah. No, I'm more than happy to...
I'd agree with you
though. You could argue that he's more decorated than Klopp, obviously, so you can say he's a better manager.
Yeah.
But as of right now, he's 3rd out of Pep.
It just goes to show, like, you know how they say that you should never... What is it? Wait, a bad workman blames his tools or whatever. What happens if you give a good worksman? What happens if you give good worksman good tools? As in, like, they gave Ancelotti these really good players, and now he's able to do his thing with these really good players, and it's actually proven to be. You know what I mean? I know it's only the 4th game week or 5th game week, but you know.
Yeah.
Listen, if they carry on at this rate, I know we had that debate. Remember when we were talking about Everton, and if we were saying them slowing down, etc. But let's be completely honest, they don't look like they're going to slow down anytime soon. And if anything, the more they play together, the more they gel together.
Of course.
You know what I mean? The opportunities are endless. However, no Richarlison, obviously due to red. How do you think they'll change? Who do you think will come in to replace Richarlison?
Bernard.
You think Bernard?
Yeah, Iwobi came in. You look at it against Liverpool. Could get some games out.
Fair enough. How do you feel about Iwobi? Obviously, ex-Arsenal player.
I give him monkeys, honestly. He was a great player coming up through the academy ranks and done well, kind of, for Arsenal. Then just was bang average all the time.
Yeah, he hasn't been.
And I kept defending him. I was like, nah, he'll come through. He'll come through. And just nothing came from it. It was just the same thing every week.
Even Everton fans saying, like, I can't believe we paid 40 million for this guy. Like, people forget how much.
When I heard,
he sold him for a lot.
I was like, wait,
that was
I'd run with that money. I would run away.
That was a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie.
I was surprised.
But I think, okay, 40 million is a lot of money for a bench player, but I think he's a decent rotational player though, isn't it? Like, to have him in your squad, he can come in, in cup games.
Well, when you compare it to buying Thiago for 25 million, I think it was.
Yeah, but that's completely
different. Alright, cool, let me ask you this. What if you was to pick him out of Everton, for example, where would you put him? Where would you think he would go? Any club in the world?
It will be.
Bro, God knows. I don't know.
There you go.
I don't know.
Put him in Burnley, he will do
West Ham.
Put him in West Ham, I don't think he'll do well.
West Brom.
I don't think he'll do well.
I think he'd do alright at West Brom.
Yeah,
but it's like
Villa. You know what, Villa, I think he'd be alright. Weirdly enough.
No, fuck up the team.
Yeah, but do you know I saw something crazy. I think it was like a YouTube video, so I didn't click it, but I read the title. It was like, "Is Lingard too big for Leicester?"
No.
You think that was when I read that, I was like,
I think Leicester's too big for him.
I was speaking to our trusty cameraman the other day, and I was saying, do you think if like Lingard went to somewhere like the Portuguese league, like for like a Sporting, you think he'd do well? And he's like, yeah,
he would do well.
I think so. It's like Wilshere fucked up by not going to Portugal when he had the chance. He went to West Ham instead. He should have went to Portugal. Sporting, Benfica, they were both after him. Could have went to Portugal, sunny Portugal. Played it at a lower pace. Do you know what I mean?
Level though.
Of course, good level. Do you know what I mean? Got in the proper, got in the proper minutes. Would have played European football. You know what I mean? And now he's clubless. Or that's obviously not due to his talent, because he's obviously a very talented footballer. You know what I mean? But it just goes to show that like how certain decisions in your career can really, you know what I mean? Yeah, affect you in the long run. But once again, Everton Liverpool, absolute cracker. Great way to start the Saturday. I'll tell you that much. Imagine that 12:30 kickoff and you got Everton Liverpool and Merseyside derbies, especially the last two weren't that great.
Yeah.
So to have like a 2-2 proper good game, that's a decent start. Then we had two games that we actually watched here at Sequoia. Once again, shout out to Sequoia, our sponsor. The first one being Chelsea 3, Southampton 3. So
that was a sick game, I can't lie.
That was a good game. Considering the environment as well, we was with like two drunk geezers and they were like making all sorts of bets and betting on next goal scorer and all sorts. But like I mentioned earlier, Werner scored twice. Werner scored 2 goals in the first 28 minutes. So he got off, played well. They scored 2 goals really early on.
Took the piss on the second goal.
Yeah, especially took it over the keeper and then just nods it into the back of the net.
That's a FIFA goal.
Yeah, word. And then Danny Ings before the half makes it 2-1.
Of course.
Yeah, if anyone's going to score for Southampton, it's Danny Ings. Good goal as well.
Yeah.
However, Chelsea defence obviously opening up very wide to that goal.
Kai Havertz lost in the work back.
You can't give him space. You can't give anyone like Danny Ings space.
Yeah. And then obviously next goal on the 57th minute. Sorry guys, I'm looking at my phone because this is the timeline, innit? Che Adams scores. Zuma, I don't know what happened. He just miscontrols the ball. He also miskicked the ball today twice.
Sevilla, I think he's
against Sevilla.
Yeah, he's in his head a little bit.
Like, obviously, like
the technique he takes.
He's far from a technical footballer.
Like he falls over as he passes the ball every time.
Like that was crazy. And then Kepa doesn't help. He just how he just allows the ball to go past him is beyond me. Then obviously Che Adams. I'm not the biggest fan of Che Adams. I don't think he's that great of a footballer. He then like crosses it in somehow, but then it comes off of Chelsea. Like I think it came off Christensen, and then Kepa comes back, and then Kepa gets his hand to it or something like that, and then it rebounds off someone else, and then Che Adams ends up putting him back of the net. It was just, mate.
Like, usually, sometimes you get like for a defender, you get a lapse in concentration. But in that scenario, like a keeper mops up, like especially for Kepa, all you have to do is pick up the ball, like, and it rolled past you. It just didn't make any sense.
No, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
Alright, cool. He's not at the level, 100%, but it must be something to do with confidence, or what? I can't lie. Well, I mean,
maybe he's just not good enough.
That is true, but it must be a confidence thing as well.
I think when Sarri was there, weirdly enough, we had like the 3rd best defence in the league at one point. So can you put it down to Lampard? I don't know. But there were also reports saying that like when he first joined, he moved there with his long-term girlfriend, and then they broke up mid-season, and like that whatever. I don't know if it's true.
Probably fucked it up as well.
Yeah, but the thing is though, as a footballer though, as a professional footballer earning X amount of money, you have to be able to. I know the first few times is going to be difficult, you know what I mean, it's going to be in the back of your head, but after a while, you have to kind of like leave home life at
Maybe
home
that started and then he's over it now, and now that he's already started that snowball effect, it's just messed him up since.
Do you know what it is as well with Zuma? We have seen glimpses of good Zuma, innit? But glimpses are not enough at this level.
I'm talking about Kepa, by the way.
Oh, you're talking about Kepa? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah,
Zuma's married.
Yeah, but I'm talking about Zuma now, like.
Yeah.
Because I think even Mourinho was saying, you know how Mourinho was talking about like Chelsea's loan system, you know how it's like, oh, why does Chelsea need to go and buy a whatever centre back? They've got Zuma and whatever. So I do think he is seen quite in high regard in certain managers' eyes, but that only lasts so long. After a while, you're just gonna have to.
Zuma's got it all defensively, but then when you get to that top stage where you're playing technical football against the top European side, that's when you're gonna get found out a little bit.
Yeah.
But I feel like with him, like if he starts in the basics, especially playing with Thiago Silva, I think he'll get back to basics. Because playing with Christensen will do a lot with you. Honestly, I promise you, like it's just it happens to you. Or knowing you have kept behind you, you're bound to make a mistake.
Yeah.
So I think he'll be alright. I think it's not as bad as it's like the Kepa situation. Anyway.
Yeah.
I think it's okay.
If I was a manager, I would be more than happy. I'd be delighted to have someone like Zuma, but it would need to be partnered with someone like like a Ake, for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that might be two liabilities. Because no, Ake is a sound footballer, but I don't think he's a top.
He's not top, but he can make.
That's good enough to make. I don't think so.
I think personally he could.
Thiago Silva's probably a better fit than Ake. I think.
Thiago Silva's very calm today. Like composure was.
But I mean, like with all the ball work and all that, I think I don't know. I would be happy.
I think Chelsea in general are just lost. But yeah, Havertz flip, bro. Listen, I'm a mess today. Bear with me. But Havertz also on the score sheet. What little tap in? But on the score sheet, Werner assist, and then obviously Vestergaard equalises the game on like the 90 whatever minute. Another draw for Chelsea, another X amount of goals conceded. Although you scored 3, you're still conceding the same amount. Not good enough. We will talk about the Champions League game, but let's leave the Champions League game for a bit later. And you know what? Let's leave the whole Chelsea run for the Champions League game because we've got a few Prem games that we've got to talk about. Man City Arsenal was the second Sequoia game that we watched. I don't think we need to go into too much detail about that game.
It's fucking shit. It was boring.
Boring, very, very pragmatic football from both ends. I don't think either of one of them wanted to lose. I know for a fact Pep didn't want to lose against Arteta again. Arteta obviously bringing this very defensive football to the Emirates.
It's too negative.
You know what I mean?
City don't have that fear factor for me anymore.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Like, you know when they're blitzing Team 6 like it doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, I completely agree. Obviously Sterling, the goal scorer, not much to it. No team really. To be fair, if anyone deserved to win a game, it was probably City because in terms of actually creating goal-scoring opportunities, that was probably them.
In that end, they were all over us.
So,
all over us. The way is, we were too negative. We just passed the ball around. We were very slow. It was like we was too relaxed.
Do you think that was also a lot down to not having a out-and-out striker on the field? Because remember they started Aubameyang, Pepe, and Willian, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe if they had Nketiah or Lacazette, maybe it would have been a different story.
When you had Aubameyang. Okay, he's not out and out, but like he had the ball pinged to him 2 or 3 times. He was just too hard.
Maybe he no longer has that like matador mentality in it because he's so now always thrown out to the left, out wide. Maybe you know what I mean.
But if you're making runs into the box and there's a ball coming over the top, and all you need to do is jump to get a head onto it, and you're not doing it.
Yeah, no, it's fair play.
Yeah, but it's weird for Arsenal because now that your most prolific striker is playing on the left wing, it's weird because in that game for Arsenal, Saka was their best output.
Yeah.
Like. And then Aubameyang is supposed to be in the box receiving, but Arteta obviously for the counter-attacking purposes won.
But this is why I have the running joke of Harry Kane being the best player in the league because as a striker, you have to, you know what I mean? You got to take control. You got to take.
Actually, he is. I'll agree with you. I made a face there, but I do agree.
Like Harry Kane, takes everything. Do you know what I mean? Like Aubameyang in a game against a team like City, you have to be the main man. You got to be the one to be like, listen, boys. If you don't want to do it, I'm gonna do it. Give me the ball. I'm gonna make something happen. That didn't happen.
Yeah, if you're not gonna score, create. That's what Kane has been doing.
That happened. But to be fair play to City though, because City, defensively, were struggling. Obviously, brought in Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz seems to be a really good coup at this point. Defensively sound. How much of that is down to Arsenal not actually attacking? That's a completely different story. You know what I mean? But boring game. Not really much to it. 1-0. Yeah. Let's just leave that one. And then the final game of the Saturday was actually Newcastle 1, Manchester United 4. crazy game. Like, it was weird. Obviously, you had
tuned in towards the back end of the game.
You would have thought it was the greatest game ever,
Yeah.
100%. Like the first half, it was weird though, because the first half we had 2 goals, but then you had a Manchester United own goal, and then Bruno Fernandes missed a penalty.
Yep.
Also missed one tonight as well, so that's 2 penalties back to back that he missed.
Yep.
Harry Maguire on the score sheet, but then the second half, just I don't know, Man United just went brazy in it. Like the game just opened up completely. Pockets were found. Mata had an unbelievable game.
I still stick to the fact that on his day, Matt is the best creative.
Listen, do you know what it is? I think because his football IQ is so high,
he's
no
great.
matter his age, and not having to run, like, you don't have to be quick when your IQ is that much, because you're already one step ahead, you know what I mean? So he was brilliant. And I read the sickest thing, Marcus Rashford is an MBE by day and an MVP by night. Like, I tell you what, the kid's a great
He
footballer.
can't do no wrong right now, up until the newspapers get onto him.
Yeah.
He's alright for now.
Kid's a great
The
footballer.
only thing he has to do now is leave United.
Ooh.
You think? Nah, bro, that's their golden boy.
He's
bro.
United through and through though. He's a proper.
bro. Nah, he's
I don't
golden
care.
boy, bro.
If he wants to take his game.
Alright, would you say the same thing about Mbappe? Do you think he needs to go as well?
I think he's
Oh.
going Real Madrid next summer. That's where my
Okay.
bet is. That's what I put. If I'm a betting man, he's going Real Madrid next year.
See, I would say either him or I would take either him or Rashford for Real Madrid.
I'd rather.
I said that to
Mbappe.
Eddie on the phone tonight.
Even though
Rashford needs to go to Real Madrid.
You know what? I'd rather Mbappe.
Yeah. But obviously Wan-Bissaka also on the score sheet absolutely pelted the ball in the top bins.
He said, "I just wanted to smash it."
Yeah.
Ironically.
Yeah. And then
He smashed it.
he smashed it. Obviously, for anyone that doesn't know it, one of one of his side things was it his actual girlfriend?
So from what I've read, he's in a fling with 3 women.
Yeah.
He goes out with Marley.
Yeah.
He's a baby mum.
Yeah.
And another girl.
Yeah.
Wait, who's this?
Wan-Bissaka.
Oh yeah, so he's going out. He's one of the baby mums he's seen is actually Lingard's ex.
Yeah.
Lingard is, and she's the pregnant one.
Yeah. No, that's Lingard's baby mom, though.
Baby mum, whatever it is.
Yeah. So mad thing. But yeah, carry on.
So from what I've gathered,
Yeah.
United's right back is very horny. Their centre back / captain wants to beat up Greek police.
Correct.
Their left back looks like James Corden. And Lindelof likes to dress up.
What do you mean that's dress up?
He wears the Swedish dress.
Oh, really?
Underwear, I think, yeah.
Fair play.
So from what I can gather, United,
A running joke.
yes, but they turn into United of '99 whenever Ole's job is on the line.
Yeah.
From what I've gathered.
Or against PSG. Anyway.
Or against PSG.
Yeah, or against PSG. But to top it all off, Wan-Bissaka on the score sheet. Marcus Rashford he played a brilliant game as well. Bruno Fernandes being the leader once again. I think that's probably one of the reasons why he was given captaincy against PSG tonight.
I think he's going to be captain going forward. Like if Harry Maguire's performances eventually make him glued to that bench, I think Bruno Fernandes is going to be the captain, the man in that dressing room.
And you know what's crazy as well, especially with Pogba not providing anything, especially not off the bench. Once again against PSG, nothing off the bench. I think Bruno Fernandes is definitely, if not Rashford, because you know Rashford, the whole golden boy. Yeah, it's looking like it's Bruno Fernandes.
His reaction, you don't see his reaction to when he was told he was being
Yeah.
captain. It's like
Yeah.
the most wholesome moment. Did you see it?
He was just like, oh.
So he was like, oh yeah, the captain will be the guy sitting next to me. Bruno will captain us tomorrow. He's like,
Yeah.
when he started smiling, like, so sick.
So, and then we go on to the Sunday. Sunday, nothing too great. Sheffield, Fulham 1-1. That's the first point each team has received. Late goals. I think it was, a penalty on the 85th minute. Mitrovic also missed a penalty. Lookman scored a banger though. Lookman took it past the defender. I think even, he like nutmegged him or it like flicked over him and then with his left boot into the top bins. Obviously Lookman a great talent.
Yeah.
1-1. First points for both teams. Rubbish game nonetheless. Palace, Brighton.
It was alright. It was ebbs and flow in that game.
It was alright. Obviously, what was the M25 derby or whatever they call it.
Mope should have scored that, didn't
Well, for you, Captain and Mope, you kind of got your.
he? He was 1-1 and he thought, no, I want to take him on again, like an idiot. But whatever.
But yeah, nothing too great. Obviously, Lewis Dunk got a red. I don't know if you lot saw the challenge that Lewis Dunk made at the end, but probably deserving of a red. Nothing too great. I'm going to be completely honest. But another draw, and then obviously the big game of the Sunday was definitely Spurs 3, West Ham 3.
Wow.
Listen, that game there was crazy. In 8 minutes, Harry Kane made it 2-0. I thought, Spurs are just going to run through West Ham. Moyes being back in the team.
That assist to Son, where he was in his own half and he pinged it. Balbuena literally gave him the angle to shoot.
Yeah.
But it was great. Like, you thought, Tottenham was scary.
And then, by the looks of it, the whole Harry Kane and Heung-min Son relationship seems to be the best in the Prem, because one assist to the other, or vice versa. Like, it's ridiculous.
Did you hear about the bet? Someone put
yeah.
What was it?
So Son to assist Kane
to assist Son. Was that 6-6 for 1?
And it came in 8 minutes. It came in
last week. If you were to get a fullback for FPL, get Reguilon, and he got an assist.
He got an assist. Obviously, Kane being a goal scorer again. Once again, Harry Kane being the best player in the Prem.
Value in the FUT as well.
Wow.
Who? Oh, Reguilon. And then the second half was just, I don't know what happened, but West Ham completely turned the game on its head. However, obviously everyone was making a joke. Bell finally featured for Spurs, so Bell played for Spurs. He could have scored though. Could have scored. He showed brilliant glimpses though.
It was a great skill to get into that position, but he
should have scored. And then obviously, like, I think, was it from a free kick or a corner where they scored the first goal? It was a set piece nonetheless. Obviously, Balbuena scores.
Free kick, yeah.
Yeah, and then I think Davinson Sanchez. I think it was from a set piece again though.
Yeah. No, it was just a cross in.
Oh, is it? An goal. And then to equalise the game, Lanzini with an absolute rocket.
It's one of them shots where the moment it leaves your foot,
you know it's going in. Yeah. Do you know the worst thing is he sliced it. It wasn't even a clean on lace. It was a slice, and then got enough curve on the ball to go into the top corner. Lloris obviously got hands to it, but all you could do was just touch it onto the crossbar. And then
I was saying to you before we I recorded our first 5-a-side league game. I said Lloris made the shot look so much better. If that was me, I would have kept it and just watch it go in. Because it makes you look worse.
Because you went for it.
Knowing it's not good, you're not going to save it.
Yeah.
Going on to that, you said about the 5-a-side. That's out on Sunday.
Sunday, yeah. First game back, Division 1. We haven't really given it a title. I just know it's the winner 5's Division 1, and then But yeah, look out for it.
Another league in the bag as well, just to say as well.
Hopefully,
it's gonna be.
Yeah, definitely, it is gonna be. But yeah, West Ham just surprising, really. I don't know, like
it's just spirited. That's all I wanted to call it. It wasn't nothing special, it was spirit.
However, what I think also another topic that we're gonna have is top 10 under 23 or under 21 players in the Prem, because you know how everyone speaks so highly about Declan Rice. Listen, I've watched him for a while now, and I've been watching him obviously West Ham play and whatever. Declan Rice does not know how to turn and play a forward pass. It's either sideways or backwards. And if you think that's good enough for 60 million, you're crazy. But that's my opinion.
Okay.
That's my opinion. But yeah, Spurs, I'm not gonna lie, obviously if Bell was to probably score the 4th goal, I think the game would have probably ended. But fair play to West Ham, brought it back. They're doing alright after a 4-0 win against Leicester, a 3-3 draw against Spurs, considering they were 3-0 down. Brilliant, fair play to them. A team that's not looking too great this season, maybe because Maddison's not starting, maybe because Vardy was on the bench against Villa. Leicester City losing 1-0 to Villa. Late Ross Barkley goal, good finish.
What a fucking finish.
But however, other than that, it wasn't a great game. Even Grealish didn't have a great game either. He was either too greedy or just gave like...
Now that's, going back onto Grealish, that is a little issue that he does have. He can keep the ball for a little too long.
Yeah. But with him though, he was either too greedy in the wrong moments or he would pass at the wrong moments. Do you know what I mean? So it was kind of like that balance.
He just had a shit game.
And to be fair, it was a shit game in general. Like, it wasn't great, except for the Ross Barkley finish. So which is good for him. At least he's playing. Obviously, 2 Chelsea loanees, Ross Barkley and Loftus-Cheek, both playing and starting for both teams. So.
I think what's weird for teams like Leicester, they need fans in the stadium. They feed off that.
Yeah.
And the same as Chelsea, because I always said Lampard is passion FC. Without that, there's no second gear. Yeah. And with Leicester, there's like back then they were a bit prickly whenever you played them, and that's how they spurned into the top 4 potentially. Yeah. Anyway. It's just now just nothing really special. Like
I'm not gonna lie, Leicester, like you said, look nothing special. They just look like a bang average squad that can compete in the top half of the table. Well, they're not even doing that at the moment, except for that City game. Obviously, City's just moving a bit crazy as well. Not looking great. Why Maddison's not starting for Leicester, I have no idea. I don't know what's happening. Yeah. He's coming off the bench. It's looking like a mess over there. Maybe they just need a run of good games, innit? Just a few run of maybe some clean sheets or some wins to get going again. But and then we had the Monday. Monday was probably the worst day of them all. West Brom Burnley, the first 0-0 in the Prem. I've got nothing to say. I don't think we need to talk about it. And then Wolves beating Leeds 1-0. Jimenez goal. I also don't think there's much to talk about there either, to be honest. Unless I'm wrong.
I was a bit annoyed with Leeds because you would expect more from him in a game like that.
I didn't watch that. I can't speak on it. I didn't get to catch it.
No, listen. We was playing football.
Yeah.
We was playing football. I managed to catch the highlights in that. It wasn't great. Not really worth talking about. However, Wolves obviously not in great shape. So for them to get a point,
would be good for
points? Yeah, exactly. Especially a team that's relatively in form like Leeds. You know what I mean? And teams like Wolves have to beat the newcomers, especially if they want to compete for Europa League spots. Now they have to win those games.
100%.
You know what I mean? So fair play to Wolves. Jimenez scoring again. Maybe an FPL shout. I don't know. But let's talk about the Champions League. Champions League is back. Today was the first day.
Yep.
There was a few games. I'll run through the scores, but I think we're only going to talk about the English teams in the Champions League today. I don't want to go into too much detail about everything else. But if we start from, obviously, Group A, B, and whatever's tomorrow, so we start with Group E. Group E, you got Chelsea, Sevilla 0-0, Rennes, Krasnodar 1-1, Group F, Zenit 1, Club Brugge 2, Lazio 3, Borussia Dortmund 1. So very surprised with that scoreline, especially Lazio haven't been great in the Serie A this season, but fair play to them. Immobile coming in and like hurting his own squad, which is crazy. Top goal scorer of Europe last season as well.
It just shows you sometimes your surroundings don't define you. If you're not doing well one place, you could go somewhere else and flourish even better.
Yeah, 100%. Then we got Group G. Pirlo got his first Champions League win by beating Dinamo Kiev 2-0. Morata scored 2 goals.
Yeah, played well. I watched it.
Crazy. And then Barcelona beating our squad, Ferran Kravos 5-1.
So both my teams in the Champions League so far didn't do much.
It's crazy. And then Group H, for a lot of people, a surprising Manchester United win over PSG 2-1. I actually told you lot that Man United was going to win. PSG is not a great squad, to be completely honest. They have really good players. To be fair, they weren't that bad.
They're missing Cavani.
You think? Really? I don't know.
Because he missed the final, didn't he?
But he was ousted from the squad, though, innit? They didn't want no business with him.
No,
they got a card,
yeah, but I think they were missing something.
I just think I don't know. I do think Tuchel's not the man for PSG, especially if they're trying to win the Champions League. I think it's a bit of a lost cause.
I do agree with you on Cavani, because especially with United, when they set up for 5 defenders in the back, you need someone who knows his way in and around the box. He's a predator, and Cavani would have done that. But now he's on, United's team, so he'll be good for them.
Yeah.
Especially Tellers. I heard he's been whipping some good crosses.
Yeah. And then obviously Leipzig beating Besiktas here 2-0. Angelino scored both goals, funnily enough.
On top of that, they're top of the league in the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
Post Werner, they're doing alright. And we're
but they've got. Do you know what it is? They've got a wicked young core. They've got a wicked young manager.
He's got a style of play. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. Talking about style of plays, it's only right. Let's go straight into it. Chelsea in 2 games, Premier League and Champions League, 3-3 and 0-0. 2 draws off the rip. Conceded 3 goals against Southampton. Not taking anything away from Southampton. Southampton are a decent squad, but Chelsea, having spent the money they have against a team like Southampton, should not be conceding 3 goals. Or if you're going to concede 3 goals, you need to score at least 5 or 6. They're not doing that. Players who we believed should have come in and changed the team completely haven't necessarily done that. However, Werner scored 2, Havertz scored, Werner also got an assist, whatever. Still not good enough. Against Sevilla, I know we had a mini debate over FaceTime.
We had some disagreements.
Yeah, we had a mini debate over FaceTime. Like, obviously, you kind of thought that I wasn't giving Sevilla any credit. When we give Sevilla all the credit, because Sevilla are a good team. They play some really good football. Lopetegui came in and has done bits with that Sevilla squad. However, Chelsea are competing for the Premier League. Although they're not playing like it, they're competing for the Premier League, correct? Sevilla are also competing for the Spanish League, especially how poor the Spanish League is being. They might even win it. Chelsea, in essence, are also competing for the Champions League. I think even more so than Sevilla. Okay. If I'm wrong, let me know I'm wrong in the comments. Let me know I'm wrong in person. Just let me know, innit? And 0-0, regardless of it being the first game of the season in the Champions League at home, is a poor result. No matter who you're playing against, I don't care. Listen, whether Lampard's a problem, which I think a lot of us are kind of
I think that's what our disagreement stemmed from, because I do agree with you. Like with the money we spend, we should be beating teams like Sevilla.
Yeah.
I don't dispute that for one bit, but I'm saying that's down to Lampard.
Yeah.
I lie because like I also did say, Sevilla are a good team this season, but I also do believe we should be beating them like comfortably at that too. But we don't have a style of play under him. I'm saying like we shouldn't say these players like Werner and Havertz are worthless because I don't think Lampard's gonna get the best out of them. I think it's
100%.
Lampard.
I completely agree with you. But do you think we've kind of put these Werners, these Havertz in a higher pedestal than maybe they've merited?
I don't think I should lower their pedestal because I know they're capable of that. But under Lampard, it's unlikely. That's what I'm saying. He is a passion manager, bro.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing like you think that's a solid Lampard lineup. Like you use like that's a Guardiola type lineup. That's a Klopp lineup.
Yeah.
You don't get that with Lampard. He's young. He's been managing 1-2 seasons now.
Yeah, this might be his third now, isn't it?
Yeah, I get it. He's new to the job, but listen, we're at Chelsea. We need to be beating these teams comfortably. We need to have a style of play. We need to have an identity. You running and having passion and spirit and hunger, desire, bro. We don't care about that. Bro. Like you know what I mean? Like we need to be up there. Like that's it. Like with Lampard, we don't have a style of play. Like Arteta, he has a philosophy.
Yeah.
Like you can see it straight away. His DNA is already embedded in the core of Arsenal. Lampard, just because he played here, and he's a club legend. Like we're supposed to just pass it off. Like it won't work. Like you've seen guys like Gary Neville who are pundits on Sky Sports. We went to Valencia. He can't fucking coach for shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like like Lampard, I don't get it. Like you could see Pulisic's legs were shot from the half time. Like and the fact that he played till 89 minutes of ball on Hudson-Odoi, literally when there's 1 minute and 30 seconds left of the game. Like it makes no sense.
I'm not gonna lie. Lampard made a change or two, literally on the 90-something minute, literally to play for the draw. Mendy, who had a decent performance. Chelsea defensively were actually quite.
Like, I didn't feel like we were in trouble at any point.
No, 100%. And that's kind of where my problem stemmed from as well. So Sevilla's not really troubling you, although they had 1 or 2 chances. Listen, please, people, for anyone that obviously is an avid a La Liga fan and watches La Liga, trust me, I do too, unfortunately. And I do give Sevilla their props, bearing in mind they have just won the Europa League and gave Bayern Munich a good game in the Super Cup. However, Chelsea, in theory, shouldn't be drawing these games. They should be going out full force, going in there to win it. Chelsea, at no point in that game did I think we're going to score. Werner has... Listen, the problem is with Werner, I don't think he's the man to lead Chelsea as a sole striker.
He's not a lone striker.
He needs to play with someone. Obviously, Lampard's formation or style of play, whatever it may be, doesn't favour 2 strikers. He wants to play with 1. Werner's not a one-man striker. Furthermore, Mount out wide needs to stop. Listen, if you're going to play Mount, partner him with Kante, partner him with Jorginho, partner him with Kovacic, whatever. Try and mix and match. Out wide, forget about it. I do think it's a matter of time before Ziyech comes in and starts out wide and then Mount's going to get relegated to the bench. I do think it's a matter of time. Unless Lampard loses his rag with Havertz, which I doubt it, and plays Mount in the 10. Other than that, Mount out wide, forget about it. Pulisic, I know he's just obviously come back from injury. Lampard should have taken him off a lot sooner. He couldn't run at one point.
Yeah, he was. On top of that, because he's doing all the dirty running on the right wing when he's a left winger.
Yeah.
Like even if he's playing the right wing for Dortmund, he's more comfortable coming to the left, but now he has to accommodate for Mount.
Yeah.
This Mount agenda is ridiculous. We had this whole conversation about it as well.
And then Kante, obviously, he was good. Like you don't really have. It wasn't great.
Kante's Kante.
Yeah, it was whatever. Jorginho's whatever.
He almost got sent off.
Yeah.
He was a bit. But there were times where he'd nip a tackle in.
Yeah.
Transition, you're thinking, okay now, but you give it to Mount, cut back out again or whatever.
And so that he'd give it to like Werner, and then Werner would, because Werner's a very pace-orientated striker.
Yeah.
Sevilla are very well defensive.
They got a low block.
Yeah.
A lot of people who don't watch the Liga think, they play highlights like Bundesliga.
Yeah.
No, they will sit back.
Exactly, and they have really good centre backs. I'm crazy because I've completely forgot who they partnered at centre back. But I know Douglas Luiz. It was Douglas Luiz, isn't it? What's
Costa.
it?
Costa.
What Costa?
Diego Costa.
Diego Carlos. Yeah.
So good late played as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Wait, in centre back?
Because he had to drop in. One of the centre backs got injured. He got
because usually they would play with oh my god, I forgot his name again. Was it Carlos? Douglas. Wait, Carlos.
Yeah,
Diego
Carlos.
Diego Carlos. Bro, he's so wicked all over the team as well, you know. Everyone has him, but I always forget him. Diego Carlos, and he usually plays with Koundé. Obviously, City wanted Koundé as well.
Diego Carlos gave the ball away, literally in the final third. I could count 10, 15 times. Did nothing with it. Ridiculous.
100%.
But there were times you could see it, like, Reece James, he's there, and all of his crosses are begging for someone to...
But he's passing it to a non-Fox in the box striker. It makes no sense. Do you know what my honest opinion is with the whole Chelsea thing? It's either Lampard partially goes back to his players that he played last season, partially, so not in full. I'm not saying completely get rid of Havertz, Werner, whatever, but maybe play Giroud, maybe play, do you know what I mean, certain players instead, and then tries to fit in pieces, or he just tries to pattern something. I don't know what it's gonna be, but whatever it is right now is not working. Obviously, Sevilla didn't really trouble Chelsea, but Chelsea didn't trouble Sevilla as well. Like it,
I don't think
it was rubbish. That was the only. Acuna he had a great game still.
But I don't think Jesus Navas tracked back once that game.
But he didn't have to.
He didn't have to because no one's taking him on.
He didn't have to. It was ridiculous. That was the only 0-0 of the Champions League, and it was an English team playing a 0-0 in the Champions League. That's pretty much unheard of. Ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not happy. All I'm saying is if Chelsea spent X amount of money on these players, if the players ain't the problem, what's the problem?
That's what I was just about to ask you. What is the problem? Is it the players? Is it the manager?
Style of play, I'm telling you.
Personally, I think it's the manager. I remember we was talking about this as well. If it does come down to Lampard leaving, which I do think it's not at that stage yet, but it is getting closer. If it does come down to Lampard leaving, you won't see it in the news, you won't see it in the tabloid as Lampard being sacked. It'll be through mutual consent. It'll be they both decided to part ways. There's no way Chelsea will disrespect Lampard by sacking him. That's what I think. I think it'll be like, they both agreed that it'd be best if they both part ways, whatever. I do think it's the manager's fault. I think he has no identity. I think he doesn't really know how to make the puzzles fit. Do you know what I mean? And if I'm wrong, that means it's the players' fault. That means the players that we've signed, we've overrated them. We thought they were going to come in, completely change the team, compete for all these competitions, whatever. But if you're asking me in a personal standpoint, I do think it's the manager's fault.
I come to that conclusion as well, and I do feel sorry because he hasn't had a full pre-season with them to understand what could work best in his ideas with them.
Yeah.
But listen, no other manager would dare transfer to that same.
Look at. I know it's not really the same thing, but Ancelotti has a brand new midfield.
And Ancelotti's worked with the best players.
Are you not telling me Chelsea's midfield on paper is not better? But Ancelotti's got the whole team bloody ticket. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's just that. Maybe it's just the manager. Maybe Lampard just isn't good enough to manage a team like that with a budget that big.
I was about to say, wouldn't you consider giving him time?
Of course, for me as a fan, I would. But
forget about fans' perspective and all that.
You want personal perspective.
I know what you're going to say.
But I want results, bro. You spend that much money, you know what I mean?
No, of course. But
even if we're winning and there's not pre, I understand, innit?
Yeah.
But it's getting to the point where we're not winning, and how much longer can you tolerate that for, kind of thing?
It's slowly falling into the whole sorry ball thing. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. It's just looking like pointless possession, nothing really being created. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't endure another season of that. I'm gonna be completely honest. And to be fair, Lampard did wonders for Chelsea last season, but there was no pressure.
Yeah.
There was no pressure. Like, it was literally go out, play your football. Do you know what I mean? If we get Champions League, brilliant. If we don't, we didn't spend in the market, so it's not that bad. Now that there's pressure, now that you spent 200 odd million,
there's no excuses now.
There's no excuses. Of course there isn't any excuses. This is why I'm talking about, how about giving him time? If giving him time's the issue, just revert back to your old team. Fucking play your old players.
Play Tammy.
Put Havertz on the bench, put Werner on the bench, bring back Giroud. If you think that's what's going to bring the results, do that.
Yeah.
Bro, so what?
He might turn around and do that next week.
Yeah, exactly. Then so be it. Listen, Lampard, if you want me to consult for you, listen, my fee is reasonable. I'll tell you now. If it takes reverting back to your old team and you think that's what's going to get you results, do it. It's not going to harm putting a 70 million player on the bench. Arsenal do it every week. Yeah. Pepe sits on the bench. He's 72 million. Havertz can sit on the bench a game or two.
Well,
Werner can sit on the bench.
Pulisic was 60 million signing.
Exactly.
He put on the bench to whatever time, and it worked.
Ziyech, obviously, he's come back from injury. He's been benched, bro. If you have to do it, do it.
Yeah.
Do it. We are not going to tolerate these meaty results. 3-3 against Southampton and 0-0 against... Bro, 3-3 against West Brom, bro. 3-3 against West Brom. 3-3 against Southampton. 0-0 against Sevilla.
With a team,
come on, bro.
A team that expensive, if there were fans in this thing, they'd have been booed off the pitch.
100%. 100%. There is no doubt.
Worst thing is Chelsea fans thinking, whoa, it's not that bad. I promise you it will be.
It will be.
We see it coming. Like,
if you don't fix the problem now, it will only get worse.
Like,
it will only get
there's people like, oh yeah, hard forward point. We don't care, man. We should be beating them. Right. Simple as that.
So my question to you guys now, I'm kind of taking your hosting.
No, please.
Devil's advocate, we're going.
Please, be my guest.
You want some more water?
Yes, please, bro.
What are you? So tomorrow morning, we wake up.
Pochettino.
Podcast.
If you're asking who I want Pochettino.
Pochettino.
But if that's not your question, carry on.
Yeah, no, that was my question. If he's gone,
Pochettino.
Alright, apart from that, if you can't get Poch.
Oh, but are we investing in a manager or are we getting whatever's available?
What do you mean by investing? We're going
to buy someone out of
contract. Listen, you're not going to buy a manager.
We did that for Sorry. We paid $5 million.
Yeah.
Got him out of his contract.
If not Pochettino,
anyone, just anyone, buy whatever it is.
Bro, I'm gonna be completely honest. Probably Pochettino. If not, I know Nagelsmann won't come obviously because he's got the whole Leipzig project. But Nagelsmann, if we could get him, that'd be brilliant. Other than that, I'm not quite sure. I don't really know. But if you've got a manager like
Hansi
Pochettino,
Flick, I'd buy him out.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd get Hansi Flick.
Yeah, but then again,
he knows Timo, he knows Havertz. He could probably get the best out of them. He's worked with. He knows of Pulisic.
Yeah, no, it's true. That's a good point. Flick. But then you're
also young talent as well. If you're going to invest, you can invest in young players.
You are asking for a bit too much though in Flick, innit? Because like obviously being at Bayern Munich, I think you know what I mean. Especially with the whole Hudson-Odoi saga, I don't know if like they'd be willing to.
Well, if we're not going to give him Hudson-Odoi, he can come to Hudson-Odoi.
True. But yeah, for me, we Poch.
Now, different situation. You wake up tomorrow. Frank's still there. And he's dead the next day, the next month. How long do you buy them time?
It depends on results. If so, you're telling me Lampard doesn't win in his next 5 games, that is a cause for concern.
It is a cause of concern, 100%.
Bro, next 5 games, if you don't get a win,
I personally, you should give him time. No matter. Fair enough. I.
If you don't win in 5 games as Chelsea FC, are you telling me that you're
I understand that he is or should be. Obviously, yes, of course, but he shouldn't have got the job in the first place.
You got the job on a technicality
of a legend who recommended you.
Just like Ole did deserve the job, but in my opinion, you still got to give him time.
It's mad because on the very first podcast,
it's 2 seasons, not time, though.
I don't give a fuck.
It's 2 seasons, not time.
I don't care. You just said all the players he bought and all that. He still got to try and figure it out.
I don't. Yeah,
I understand because you're fans.
I told you. I said 5 games. If he doesn't win in 5 games, he's out.
Well, where's 5 draws?
Out. That's not good. 5 draws. That's Chelsea FC. From a team that
finished 4th, and you're getting what 5 draws. Like you're worse than 200 million.
We play Manchester United on the weekend.
Yeah.
We don't get a result against Manchester United. That's already that counts as 2 strikes straight away off the rip. Cause United are as bad as us, regardless of beating PSG 2-1.
Very first podcast.
Where we draw them.
I'll take a draw. I'll actually take a draw against United. That's how bad I see us right now.
Yeah. And worse thing is, very first podcast, we were talking about Ole being in the worst position, but after their result against PSG tonight, Lampard's in the worst position.
Crazy. I'm telling you,
bro. They're neck and neck.
I honestly don't think Lampard's going to be gone. If he is gone, he'll be at the end of the season.
You think? I see, but I understand why you'd say that, and you're probably right. But so you're telling me, come Christmas, Chelsea are 10th, bro, mad thing.
It's happened before.
Mad thing.
It's happened before.
Yeah, and then Mourinho got sacked.
Worst thing is, I think if he finishes 4th again, I think he might get sacked. That's how bad it is.
Really?
Yeah, it's not an improvement, bro.
Chelsea are 8th right now with 8 points. Same as Spurs. Wolves are on top of us with 9, and Wolves have had a shit. Bro,
mad.
Come on, bro. These are all the teams on top of Chelsea by like, do you know what I mean? So you got Spurs 8, Wolves 9, Arsenal 9, Leicester is ahead of us, and Leicester have been playing probably even worse than us. Liverpool, Villa, and Everton. And West Ham, listen to this though. Oh my God, bro. I haven't even this. Listen to this. I'm going to run through the table. Last, you got Fulham, Sheffield, and Burnley, who share 1 point apiece, yeah? On top of them, you've got West Brom with 2 points. Then you've got Brighton with 4. Now listen to this. Manchester United have 6. Palace, Newcastle, Southampton, Manchester City, Leeds, and West Ham have 7. So Chelsea, in theory, is basically joint 16th.
Mad.
They're only ahead of all those teams by 1 point.
No, okay, you put the blame down to COVID.
No, because how about Everton? Does Everton not get the same thing? Does Liverpool not get the same thing? Does Villa not get the same thing?
Yeah, how does Liverpool?
Some will get the the positive side of it. Some will get the negative side of it.
I'll show you. I'll let you know the games that Chelsea have had so far this season, and you tell me if you think these results are a typical Chelsea result. Yeah, you ready? First game of the season. Yeah, Chelsea 3, Brighton 1. Is that?
We played badly, but we said we'll take the win.
Chelsea didn't deserve to win that one.
You played awful.
Chelsea didn't deserve to win that one. They won that one. Chelsea lost 2-0 to Liverpool. Obviously red card, whatever, but they probably
We expected to lose.
Yeah, cool. Obviously against league leaders, whatever. West Brom 3, Chelsea 3.
That was
Chelsea was losing 3-0 at half time.
Yeah, so stupid.
Nah, I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from.
1-1 draw to Spurs in the EFL Cup, losing on penalties. I don't really care about the EFL Cup, unless we don't need to mention it. Chelsea beat Crystal Palace 4-0.
Yeah.
Didn't play amazingly. Scored 4 goals. Fair play.
Yep.
Chelsea 3, Southampton 3. Not to take anything away from Southampton. Chelsea, remember, what was it? Last game Chelsea played against Southampton, they lost 2-0 or 2-1, wasn't it? Remember?
We were up 2-0 right before the first half was about to end, and it 2-1, and this game went to shit.
Yeah. And then Chelsea 0, Sevilla 0. Obviously, I know people are going to be like, oh, it's Champions League, first game, Sevilla are a good team. Sevilla are a good team, but Chelsea on paper are a much better team.
Worst thing is, especially a lot of Chelsea fans
His
saying...
head's not on the chopping board.
A lot of Chelsea fans...
I don't care what you lot say.
Like, it's not up to us, like, whether his head's on a chopping board. Like, we can only speculate. But,
No, of course.
But, like, a lot of Chelsea fans saying, oh, it's Sevilla's a good team, this and that. How, like, the standards from when we used to just, I mean, like, I know we're not like Real Madrid fans, like white hanky time, whatever this and that, but these are games we should be winning. Like, worst thing is, I'd rather beat majority of the lower, like, past, like, under top 6 teams, and then lose all top against the top 6.
We've drawn against 2 teams who typically, where did Southampton end last season?
13th.
We've lost against 2 teams that typically are bottom half.
Mad.
Sorry, we've drawn against 2 teams that are typically bottom half of the league.
And they could have stolen.
And they've scored 3 goals apiece against us.
Mad.
That is not good enough. That is not good enough.
Southampton have got one of the best strikers in the Prem.
Doesn't matter. We got in probably one of the better centre backs on the planet.
That is true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We spent 80 million on a goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's just not. It isn't good enough.
When was his first game? Tonight.
Who?
Your new keeper.
No, he's been playing, bro. But Kepa played against Southampton.
He's a 20 million keeper, but he's much better. Imagine that.
I was gonna go into a point.
It's the moral of it. It's just it isn't good enough still. Like
it's
obviously
it's
like
terrible.
It is. Listen, I get where you come from. It's not good enough, and you are obviously you have to expect more, but you can't say in 5 games. If he loses or if he draws all 5 games, he'll be gone.
Do you know what? We're having this rant now, and do you know what's going to happen? Chelsea's going to play a blinder against Manchester United. I'm calling it now, and Havertz is going to have a brilliant game.
Shall I tell you what's so crazy?
I'm telling you, look now. I can already see it.
Shall I tell you what? For us, if we even see glimpses of what could be in the future, we wouldn't have this. Like, bro, we're seeing nothing.
Yeah, that's literally it. Especially today. I'm not gonna lie. The 3-3 against Southampton was one thing, but because of the scenario we were in, it was a bit of banter. You know what I mean? We kind of laughed it off or whatever. Like, it was fun. That was a good game. But today against Sevilla, regardless Sevilla of being Europa League champions, that was shit. There was no fight.
Of course,
there was nothing.
Shall I tell you what? Like, if
they was playing for the draw, bro.
Even if you play against like a Bayern Munich, right? You expect to see some spirit where you test the keeper, or go out, take a risk. No risk whatsoever. It was just side, take the ball. Yeah. Side, you take the ball. Side. It was basically a kickabout. It was like playing a game with no goals, just a magic man. That's what it felt like. It was ridiculous. So dumb. No, and worst thing is, if we lost 1-0, but you saw the glimpses, like, oh, we had great passages of play
100%. See, I'm of the same opinion. Obviously, no one likes to lose, but at least you showed something. But the thing is, I don't know how Sevilla fans think about their team, innit? But like, Sevilla weren't great either. Sevilla didn't really trouble, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna check that social media.
But as like a Chelsea fan, yeah, bro, I am not happy with what I saw, bro. At least against Southampton, we saw Werner making them runs in behind, and we saw glimpses of like little, you know what I mean, chipping the goalkeeper, and bro, there was nothing today. Nothing. He couldn't even control the ball today, bro.
So Luke de Jong said we could have won, but a point is a good result here. He was expecting a win. Chelsea played for a draw. That's how it is.
Bro, Ferland Mendy was catching the ball and laying on the ground, bro. Not trying to like kick the ball out. And Ferland Mendy, we call. I said Edouard.
They're cousins. They're actually cousins.
Is it?
Ferland and Edouard. Yeah, they're cousins.
Do you know why I'm saying all these names? It's FIFA though. FIFA's killing me, bro. Overteam's killing me. Man, Leandro called me out though. Leandro looked at me straight away. Yeah, like he was literally catching the ball and like laying on it, bro. Listen, if you're going to lose in the Champions League, you lose your first, do you know what I mean? Your first game in a group stage because you can make up for it. Bruv, you're not fucking playing the semi-final of the Champions League, bro. Go and play football. Go and show the teams in your group that you're here to win, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, Ren Krasnodar had 2 goals. Chelsea Sevilla had 0. I'm pretty sure if like people probably thought that there was going to be tons of goals in that Chelsea game. Imagine their delight when they saw 0-0. Just imagine. Bro, I have nothing else to say except for I'm giving Lampard 5 games. 5.
Worst thing is, obviously, it's up to the board for the chopping board, but it's at a point where we just get tired of Lampard. That's what our opinion is.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I give Lampard
too much.
No, that's a dickhead thing. No. I am not expecting.
There's no way you spend 200 million and expect another 4th place. It doesn't work like that.
It's not expecting too much because I guarantee you, if Ancelotti had that team, he'd be doing better than Lampard.
I promise you, he would. He'd probably be top of the table right now.
Bro, no, even if he's not top of the table, I'm saying he'd be doing better than Lampard. You know what the worst thing is, yeah? Is you might be thinking that I'm saying this in terms of results. I'm not talking about in terms of results. I'm talking about in terms of playing football. We're not playing fucking football. We're not playing anything.
Yeah.
We have no identity. That's the problem. If we was playing good football and getting these draws, I'd be like, you know what? There's glimpses. We're working with something. Few more games, maybe Lampard will hash it out. There's nothing happening.
So I can compare this to when Klopp first came to Liverpool. He had the Lala right wing, but you can still see the DNA. You can see them pressing. You can see them playing, the Klopp way. You don't get nothing with that, like nothing. Like,
and I think you're saying this early doors. Lampard's with these same 11 players every fucking day, bro. And you're telling me in the training ground, etc. You can't. Bro, Lampard was one of my favourite players growing up.
Well, they said he's one of the smartest players to ever do it. Like, he had that crazy. He had a 190 IQ or something.
Bro, listen, Lampard was one of my favourite players growing up. I have a Lampard shirt, like. That my love for Lampard will never go. But there's levels, bro. As a manager, coach, if you're not good as a manager, you're not good as a manager.
No, I hear that. 100%.
Do you understand?
Because that transition is never.
Do you know what it is? But then let's to play devil's advocate. Like he took Derby to the playoffs. He took them to the final, innit? If not the final, semi-final. Took them to the final. Could have promoted them. Had a good first season at Chelsea. But it's just. But do you know what I mean? It's only so much you can. What ifs? It's always the what if. What if the Derby was to have won the playoffs? What if Lampard was to have won the Premier League? There's only so much you can do. Whereas like managers like Pep, alright, fair enough, Pep has spent X amount of money, whatever. But like Pep has won the Prem. Klopp has won the Prem. That's what you need when you're going in for managers. You need certainty, and we don't have certainty. You know what I mean? We're not getting that. And that's the problem. But what I meant by 5 games, I'm giving Lampard 5 games until I give up on Lampard completely.
Yeah.
I'm saying that if Lampard doesn't pattern up in 5 games, I've given up.
I'll probably stop watching games on the thing. Yeah.
Do you know what Leandro said to me today? Leandro said for the past, he said a lot. So he said after we won the Champions League, a few seasons after that, probably I think what Leandro meant is that I think after maybe Conte, he doesn't enjoy watching Chelsea play no more. Imagine a Chelsea fan saying that.
I had some of my most fun Chelsea matches watched when we played pragmatic football. That's crazy, isn't it? Mad.
Listen, to say Chelsea's in a crisis, I don't know. Crisis is a very.
It's not one of the crisis. Yeah. It's very it's just worrying. Like it's just mad.
Yeah.
As a fan, I'm getting tired of looking forward to the weekend or looking forward to Champions League game and being underwhelmed. And that's why I'd say this campaign is so far underwhelming, anticlimactic. That's what it is. It's just,
especially considering the players you brought in.
Bro, if I see Pulisic, Werner, and Ziyech on a team sheet, I'm expecting fireworks. There's no point to it, man. We're gonna go on this night.
And that's the problem. You're not getting fireworks. You're getting far from it. You know what I mean?
It's not even Passion FC anymore, man. We're just sad. Sad boy hours.
But that's the thing, though. It's only Passion FC when the fans are there, isn't it?
Please, Boris, man, for the sake of my mental health, bring fans back. I'm so tired of this shit, honestly. Yeah. It's so boring. No,
it is shit. But I think, is that enough, Chelsea, or you got any more questions? I'm gonna leave this one up to you.
I've had enough of hearing about it.
Yeah, let's leave the whole Chelsea thing behind because, we're all a bit hot-headed. So let's talk about the other English team in the Champions League. Manchester United, 2-1 win over PSG. I don't really know what to say. Well done to United. Bruno Fernandes missed another penalty, but then obviously got to retake it, scored, captained the team, done well. Rashford, brilliant goal, amazing goal.
Even though I class the managers on the same level, Ole came with a plan and executed it.
Yeah,
mad.
100%. I think with PSG, PSG purely play on individual ability.
Yep.
It's literally give the ball to Neymar. Neymar will try to create something. Mbappe will score if you give him the chance.
I've said this before.
There's not really anything there, but because they're it's like you can't compare Neymar to Havertz, for example. Do you know what I mean? You can't compare Mbappe to Werner. You know what I mean? Those two players can win you a league. Do you know what I mean? I don't think Werner can win Chelsea a league by himself personally, although I do think Mbappe potentially could. But it wasn't great. I was talking to my brother whilst we was watching the game, and I was saying that as a footballer, I think Neymar's better than Mbappe. As a footballer, I think
he is. Yeah.
Neymar can do things that I don't think
not many people can do.
Yeah. And but Mbappe is just a pure goal scorer. Do you know what I mean? Mbappe is an amazing footballer, but I do think maybe because Neymar was kind of brought in during the whole Ronaldo Messi era, we are kind of fortunate but unfortunate that Neymar isn't seen in that higher light.
We don't appreciate his greatness.
Yeah.
For me as well, I say especially because there was a time where Hazard and Neymar were being compared to each other. Obviously, being a Chelsea fan, I've had to stick to Hazard.
Yeah.
But when I watch Neymar, I'm thinking, wow, it's this.
Even today, he would just do stuff with the ball, and you just be like, bro,
it's ridiculous.
It's just different. And Mbappe can do it too, but I think Neymar's just elegance and grace and the way he just does it is just so different. I do think as a footballer, I do think Neymar is probably better than Mbappe, but in the grand scheme of things, because Mbappe scores so many goals and is such a lovable character, there's no doubt that Mbappe is probably next in line for the Ballon d'Or, especially after
with
Ronaldo.
age put into perspective as well. Yeah,
there's no doubt. But no, I just wanted to throw that out there because Neymar's a fabulous footballer. Just imagine if we was blessed enough to have Neymar in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Not even in whatever team in it, he could walk into any team in it, but just being able to watch him in the Premier League and in that environment would have been brilliant. But let's not take anything away from Manchester United. I think it was a very accomplished performance.
Efficient. It was an efficient performance.
Efficient performance. Well done to Bruno, captain the side in a relatively tough Champions League game. No Maguire, and the defence looked good. The Manchester United defence looked not brilliant, but really good. They looked strong.
It felt like you were putting a defence together and just slapping sellotape on it, this works kind of thing.
And it did. Have you ever seen that patch that they smack on them water bottles that are leaking, and then it just that's what it felt like. But that was great. Once again though, Pogba came off the bench and just there's nothing there. I
was literally right now. There was discussion on Twitter. It's like Pogba created the most chances when he came on, this and that, and it's crazy to see so many different views because if I didn't watch the game, I'm seeing here he created the most chances. Then I hear from you, and usually your opinion is right. You say there's nothing there. So
I think like I said, I say it every week. The talent is undeniable. The quality is undeniable. He is an amazing footballer. He is probably in the world's elite. There's no doubt.
He is.
Yeah, if you're doing a top 10 midfielders, your Pogba's in there. I think it's time for him to pack up his bags and leave and just find passion elsewhere.
Yeah, if he's inspired Pogba, you're in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. So I think with him, but then you got Fred probably man of the match performance. Crazy to say. wasn't a big fan of McTominay. Apparently he lost a contact lens, and Solskjaer was like, considering that McTominay lost a contact lens in the first half or whatever, he had a great performance. Didn't have that great of a performance. But do you know who's another player who's kind of like not living to his expectations? Maybe Martial. I think maybe Martial's put in a higher pedestal than maybe he deserves.
That's another thing I've said before, but no one listened.
Right, it's these United fans that be like, we don't need Lukaku who... Like, cause a lot of the time if you go online, I don't know why people use online as a reference. They'll be like, oh yeah, our front four scored over 60 goals in all competitions. Yeah. You let go of a striker who scored 34 alone. So if you think Martial is going to lighten that burden, you are
This is the whole Werner thing. This is the whole Werner.
Dead wrong.
It's the same thing.
Like, you're dead wrong. Because then there are going to be games where Rashford goes missing. Greenwood's been missing this whole season so far.
Yeah.
Martial's been missing this whole season so far. You get it? Like, it's just like...
Bruno Fernandes is allowed to have a few bad games as well.
Yeah, but obviously they'll always get penalties, so he's involved. You know what I mean? So, but like, if you want a proper number 9, Martial's not the way forward. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Do you think Cavani is... Okay, maybe not the answer, but do you think he's that slap?
He's the equivalent of Thiago Silva.
Yeah.
Short-term fix.
Yeah.
Do his thing.
Yeah. It's weird though, because we're actually talking about like Manchester United negatively, but they've actually just beaten PSG, finalists of the Champions League.
It was a great performance. No denying that. No denying that.
100%.
But Martial FC, take a look into your boy. That's what we're saying.
Yeah. Listen, if you don't want to go Martial against Havertz, I'm more than happy, because at this point they're both like probably on the same.
Bad as each other.
Yeah. So listen, if you don't want to go neck and neck, I'm more than happy, fam.
I should say what's so bad about Havertz. Yeah, I hate going back onto Chelsea. I saw a bit in like the first half. Yeah, I wish I could do a standing up explanation, but I won't. Like, so he went to press Diego Carlos.
Yeah.
Diego Carlos popped into the middle, and then he popped to Acuna, so it was like a triangle in it. So he went to press as a centre back, and then once he popped to the midfield, he wanted to stop. Then someone shouted at me, turned around to go press again. Like, he's so used to little press, walk like it's the Bundesliga, whatever. So he doesn't realise, like, he's only just realising that he has to constantly run, and like for him it's going to take a little while, or it might take forever, because for him it's like he wants to stop. He looks exhausted straight away. Yeah. Like press, and then all of a sudden, let me run again, kind of thing. It was weird.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I just hope come the weekend, Manchester United, we do them in, and it just makes me feel a little bit better.
I'll shut up if you do a job on United, or if we get a draw. Even if we get a draw and it's like an assured draw, please, man.
I want to see a 0-0.
If it's a 0-0, I'd be unhappy. If it's that 1-1, 2-2, goals. We need goals, man.
Oh, mate.
I want to see a 0-0.
If it's a 0-0, I won't record podcast. I won't come. I promise you. I'll lose my head.
Whatever you do, don't give me a 0-0. Honestly, please.
I'll lose my head.
Please, for the sake of it. But, God.
I was gonna say I might put it on.
Bro, 0-0. Oh no, please. Oh, anyways.
If it's 0-0, I won't watch Chelsea again, bro. I'm tired of that shit, bro. So tired of it. You think after the turmoil that Sarri put my mental health through, I want to do that shit again?
Nah.
I can't. I actually can't.
Yeah, there's no way.
I'll take up smoking, honestly.
There's no way, bruv. This whole thing is today's been quite stressful. The game's just killed, man, honestly. But we are obviously nearing the end of the podcast. I ain't got much more to talk about. Do you not want to try give the people them some FPL tips, or how you lot feeling? I can run through the fixtures. You lot,
Run from.
And then you lot kind of just tell the people then who you think should be in your FPLs. However, this is moving kind of.
I think, just was so mad. Now that you said it, I think everyone should get Martial on their teams. I think everyone's going against Chelsea.
I'm saying Havertz. I don't know why, but I think Havertz is going to have a good game. Anyways, Villa Leeds, West Ham Man City, Fulham Crystal Palace, Manchester United Chelsea, Liverpool Sheffield, Southampton Everton, Wolves Newcastle, Arsenal Leicester, Brighton West Brom, and Burnley Spurs. So considering those fixtures,
Son and Kane, you have to get in your team.
Yeah, it is looking like Kane's probably gonna.
I'd also say get Mikel Antonio. I think he's gonna score against City, especially at home.
Zaha could be a thing as well against Fulham.
Get Antonio, Mane.
I was gonna say, I think Mane Salah probably is gonna be on top of my list against a really, really poor Sheffield side.
And Ings and Calvert-Lewin, but you take your pick. Not both of them, one or the other.
Grealish or Ross Barkley in your midfield against Leeds. However, you could also get a Click or a
I've got Bamford in my
Rodrigo,
team, so
because they're playing each other. So that'll be a good one. Liverpool against Sheffield United. You need to have someone from. So I'd probably say Mane.
yeah.
Mane Salah, 100%, either one. Yeah, I think that. I expect Liverpool to run through Sheffield.
United, Chelsea don't get no one.
Havertz.
I'll tell you that now.
Listen, if you're going to get anyone, get Havertz.
Martial, he's going to score again. He always scores against Chelsea. Martial.
However, you lot are running through these things. I just want you lot to pick one player.
It's either Son or Kane. That's the top two.
So, well, you need to lock in one. Well, not yet, but
okay. I'll think.
I'm just going to say Zaha to be different. I think you could get 1 or 2 against Fulham.
I'm going to say Son.
Son.
Yep.
I think my pick. I was looking at the Arsenal-Leicester game. I was thinking maybe like an Arsenal defender. Cause I can't see Leicester score, but no. I'm going to lock in my pick with Salah. I think Salah gets Sheffield at home. If I'm not mistaken, Salah he's got 6 goals, so he's one behind Son and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So he's obviously going to be seeking for the golden boot again. So I think probably Salah. But with that being said, we have reached that really, really sad time of the podcast where we've got to say goodbye to the people. It's been an absolute pleasure.
It has.
If anyone has been offended in any shape, in any way, shape or form,
feel free to express your thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't care.
No, but I take on board comments.
Yeah, no. Listen,
feel free to express your comments.
Smack whatever you want in the comments. If you want us to mention anything in the next podcast, put it all in the comments. We'll talk about anything.
We'll read through. We should do that. Whoever comments, we should just read through them and discuss them. And,
that's a shout.
Just discuss them.
Yeah, that's a shout.
Because we've been getting some more comments, and we appreciate all the people that have been commenting and support.
100%.
So we're gonna take it that step further and interact a lot more with you. So if you want to be interacted with, just drop your comments.
No, I'm more than happy. Drop your comments. We'll even shout you out, and we'll talk about it properly. And that'll be actually a wicked segment.
Yeah.
That'll be a wicked segment. Also, what we'll do is, depending on the topics, because obviously tomorrow, being the Wednesday, this comes out Friday. So Wednesday, more than we have the second half of the Champions League, and we've also got Europa League. So maybe we can run through how the English teams have done in that competition, because obviously we're gonna miss it all out because we record Mondays. But other than that, guys, once again, thank you so much for your undivided attention.
Undivided attention, unwavering support. We just hit 81 subscribers. By the end of the year, hopefully, what's the target? 100.
Definitely 100.
If you know a friend who might like it, obviously pass it along to them.
Also, what I've noticed as well is, you lot, like to watch the ting and that, but you don't subscribe. Please, it doesn't harm to subscribe, and also like the video. Very important. Subscribe, like it, drop comments, because we are going to make that a segment.
And we're going to make it a conscious effort to interact with you.
100%.
Any football thought you got, it will be interacted with. So just drop a comment.
And you know what it is as well, is like people have been replying to comments as well. So it's not like you're just commenting for the sake of it. That people have been replying.
Discussion with others.
Yeah, exactly. So drop your comments, like. Very important. You have to like the video. Listen, if you don't like it, don't like it. But I know you lot are liking it.
Yeah, because
I understand that. So like, subscribe. And we'll see you lot all again for another Seasons Pod next week. It's been your boy Clouds P.
I've been Liam.
I've been Naz Huncho. Don't forget, 5-a-side is out on Sunday as well. Make sure you catch it. Don't miss it. It was a good game.
Come on, Gaffer. Carry on. You might as well end it.
Good night.
Good night.
You're looking, Sancho.